producing Tangle has, affected me in a really deep way. And so I imagine if people were to read it a lot, it would also have a big impact on them and their views and the way that they kind of view the world, because your opinions change or should change when you get new input, and not enough people are kind of willing to allow that to happen.
Yeah, there's like a weird stubbornness to want to cling to certain viewpoints. And I don't know if I fully understand why it's so important for people to maintain that viewpoint, why there isn't like more flexibility in terms of, I guess, because I have actually I have the opposite problem. I change my mind quite frequently, quite easily, and I jump around when I'm presented with new information, and maybe even too much. I am too prone to jumping around. So it's hard for me sometimes to understand, why is it that people make it such a crucial critical part of their identities, and find it so difficult to move their opinions. Like, is it do you think it's because it's their community, it's their tribe, is it tribal?
Yeah, I mean, that I was the word that I was going to use was, I think it's community. I mean, I think it's
Mm.
I think the I mean, and tribalism is a great, synonym. I mean, it's people are they attach themselves to a certain political view or political cause. They surround themselves with people who share those views and those feelings. They spend time with them. They become their friends. They hear that stuff being said and done, and then it's either agree with the whole palette of views that are out there on that side in that tribe, or get kind of ostracized for it. And the right and the left are both guilty of that, and I think there's a tremendous amount of pressure there. I can say from personal experience, living in Brooklyn for 5 or 6 years and having a ton of friends who I love deeply and care about deeply, who are very progressive, and hearing something said at like a party or we're hanging out or whatever, that's like a political position that I'm like, oh, I don't think that's true or right at all. And then, like, feeling the pressure of like, if I say this, do I want to have this 30-minute conversation and like maybe burn this friendship or not? And it's that I think, there's been tons of social science and some great books written about this phenomenon of people who are now, their communities that used to be sports teams and bowling alleys and knitting clubs and whatever, are now political groups and political tribes. And that creates a really, really big incentive, I think, for you to stay kind of entrenched, which is a kind of scary thing to think about.